Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Ali Ahmed. First, the headlines. International Atomic Energy Agency says measures taken by Pakistan for nuclear security are inconsistent with recommendations of the organization. At the United Nations, Pakistan has underscored the need for provision of adequate resources to meet the challenges of peacekeeping operations in troubled regions. Advisor on Finance has said the government is making serious efforts to steer the country out of economic challenges. Pakistan and Malta have agreed to increase high-level interactions to further strengthen bilateral cooperation. In occupied Kashmir, the chairman All Parties Hurriyat Conference has appealed to observe the World Human Rights Day on Tuesday as Black Day. United Nations has expressed grave concern over increased violence in northeastern Syria. Now the news in detail. International Atomic Energy Agency has commended Pakistan's nuclear security measures. The remarks were made by head of IAEA's Nuclear Security Division, Abdul Aziz Raja Adnan, during a visit to Karachi nuclear power plant. He described the measures taken by Pakistan inconsistent with the IAEA's recommendations. The head of IAEA's Security Division also met with Chairman Pakistan Nuclear Regulatory Authority Zahir Ayub Beg and Chairman Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission Mohammad Naeem. The IAEA delegation is on a visit to Pakistan to further strengthen the ongoing cooperation between Pakistan and the nuclear watchdog. Meanwhile, in a statement, Foreign Office spokesperson Dr. Mohammad Faisal said Pakistan has undertaken a range of measures to strengthen the nuclear security. Pakistan has underscored the need for realistic mandates for the UN peacekeeping operations with adequate resources to face the difficult challenges in the world's troubled regions. Pakistani delegate Rajil Mohsin told a meeting at the United Nations in New York that there are increasing calls to update our tools to face the contemporary challenges, respond to current threats, and also do our job better. The meeting was held to review action to improve peacekeeping, the UN's flagship activity, in line with the 2018 Security Council resolutions. 2,436 aimed at enhancing performance at all levels. Pakistan is one of the largest contributors to the UN peacekeeping, with over 5,000 troops serving in missions in hotspots around the world. Pakistani delegates said that rather than focusing just on cutting costs and troops number, operations must dictate logistics and not the other way around. Advisor to the Prime Minister on Finance, Dr. Abdul Hafiz Sheikh, has said that the government is making serious efforts to steer the country out of economic challenges. He was addressing the convocation of Institute of Business Administration in Karachi today. The advisor said that owing to steps taken by incumbent government, economic condition of the country has significantly improved. He said that there is substantial increase in the exports and now focuses on further controlling current account deficit and reducing imports. The advisor said international institutions have now acknowledged the steps taken by the government to improve the economic conditions. Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Information and Broadcasting, Dr. Firdous Ashikavan, has said the government is pursuing the mission of promoting economic activities and facilitating businesses. In a series of tweets, she said Kamyab Jawan program would provide opportunities to the youth to move forward by opening their small and medium enterprises. Firdous Ashikavan said 100 billion rupees have been allocated for the first phase of Kamyab Jawan program. She assured that all the loans under this scheme would be given on merit. Pakistan and Malta have expressed their mutual desire to increase high-level interactions for further strengthening of bilateral cooperation in different fields. The understanding came at the inaugural round of Pakistan-Malta bilateral political consultations in the Maltese capital, Valletta. Special Secretary Dr. Aman Rashid represented Pakistani side, while the Maltese side by its Director General Political and European Union Affairs, Ms. Maria Camilleri Kaleja, the Special Secretary, briefed the Maltese side on the political and economic developments in Pakistan, including the recent positive changes in economic outlook and ease of doing business. This is Radio Pakistan. In occupied Kashmir, the chairman All Parties Hurriyat Conference has appealed to the people to observe the World Human Rights Day on Tuesday as Black Day, to draw attention of international community towards the appalling human rights situation in the territory. According to Kashmir Media Service, Sayyid Ali Gilani, in a statement in Srinagar, also asked the masses to mark the day with complete shutdown to remind the world that it has an obligation to stop Indian repression against the Kashmiri people. It also has an obligation to play an effective role in resolving the Kashmir dispute in accordance with the relevant UN resolutions. He said continued denial of right to self-determination to Kashmiris is the biggest human rights violation. Meanwhile, the people of Kashmir Valley continue to suffer immensely due to military lockdown on 125th straight day today. There is no let-up in the restrictions imposed under Section 144 amid massive deployment of Indian troops in the occupied territory. In Afghanistan, 15 Taliban have been killed in Afghan Special Forces operation in Kandahar province. In a statement, Afghan National Army Special Operations Corps said the raid was conducted in Khinjak and Nesh district. US President Donald Trump and South Korean President Moon Jae-in have agreed to continue diplomatic efforts to denuclearize the Korean peninsula. In a statement, South Korea's presidential Blue House said the two leaders held telephonic talk on this situation. They said dialogue momentum should be maintained to achieve prompt results from denuclearization negotiations. Earlier, North Korea warned of warning patience with stalled nuclear talks. Tensions are rising ahead of a year-end deadline set by North Korea, which has called on the United States to change its policy of demanding unilateral denuclearization. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas has warned of a gradual implementation of U.S. Mid-East peace plan known as Deal of the Century, especially amid the ongoing Israeli measures in East Jerusalem. Chairing a meeting of Palestine Liberation Organization Executive Committee in Ramallah, he said Israel is carrying on with its aggression on the Palestinian people, mainly in occupied Jerusalem. He slammed Israel for detaining 4 crew members of the official Palestine television in the Jerusalem. Meanwhile, the Palestinian presidency said in an official press statement that it appreciates the decision of the U.S. Congress made that backs the two-state solution to resolve the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It said the U.S. Congress decision is a response to wrong policies of the U.S. administration. United Nations has shown its grave concern over increased violence in northeastern Syria. The Office of United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights said in a statement that it is gravely concerned about the increased use of improvised explosive devices in populated areas. It said since the ceasefire agreement of 22nd October, the office has recorded a rise in the number of attacks with IEDs in populated areas, including residential neighborhoods and inside at least 12 busy markets and commercial areas. International Civil Aviation Day was observed today to raise awareness about the importance of international civil aviation. The day reminds people about the importance of international civil aviation in modern society. Pakistan Cricket Board has announced a 16-member squad for upcoming Test series against Sri Lanka. Chief Selector and Head Coach Misbah-ul Haq announced the team at a press conference in Lahore today. Squad includes Azhar Ali, captain, Abid Ali, Asad Shafiq, Babar Azam, Haris Suhail, Mohammad Rizwan, Imamul Haq, Imran Khan, Mohammad Abbas, Naseem Shah, Shaheen Shah Afridi, Shah Masood, Yasir Shah, Usman Shinwari, Fawad Alam, and Kashif Bhatti. The first test will start at Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium on Wednesday. And finally, the weather. Cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. Fog is likely to prevail in few plain areas of Punjab and Upper Sindh during the morning time. Now, once again, the headlines. International Atomic Energy Agency says measures taken by Pakistan for nuclear security are inconsistent with recommendations of the organization. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, you can log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.